Hello, for a very, very long awaited video. Don't know where to start really. As you can see, they have a nice new big run. 10 sheets of that Iris fencing, look. And look at them all down there, quite happy, just about there somewhere. We'll go down there in a minute. Where do I start? It's all changed, isn't it? That's my new compost bin in the process of being made. That's a manure bin from the birds. Not quite sure what that's going to be yet. As you can probably see from the other videos, if you're still with me after 3 years, these are all these pallet collars, all the way down here and all the way down there. Well, we've got rid of them because quite simply they're crap. I mean, that's what's left of a half decent one. A lot of them are in there, look, burning away. And they just rot, that's the problem. Yeah, there they are, look at them lot. Happy as pigs in the proverbial, eh? Me and the wife a couple of weeks ago, we did all that edge, all the way around there, we cut it back about 5 foot. And basically their old run was rotten. It was timber and wire netting, completely ruined. Just thought, right, it's time they had a bit of luxury, like, because it was just a sodden, boggy mess. So this is the area we've got to do something with. There's supposed to be some form of fruit bushes and whatever in here, but we're not sure what they are. And it's just a bit of a mess again. I mean, here's our rhubarb, look. Look at that. If it will show it, yeah. Growing nice, bear in mind when it's bloody March. We've had to do all these, weed all these beds here, redone the path with this horse bedding stuff here, this miscanthus it's called, and the slabs. Pond, there's a pond virtually covered, look, with bloody weed and these things. Oh, excuse me. More and more. Built a table, all out of scrap timber. Bloody great chunky 8x3 or 8x2, whatever it is. Yeah, 8x3 I think. Acquired an IBC, so just in the process of filling it. Bought one of those drill powered pumps, which for 12 quid on eBay is absolutely brilliant, apart from the fact my drill's just died. I'll go in the tunnel, little update in here. Not that there's much to update. Yeah, there's that little pump. Just a little simple effect. Put your drill on there and mount it on a board and sucks in one way, out the other, and that'll give us enough power to use the hose pipe up here, because to be quite frank, the one at the top here in the site, I could pee harder than what comes out of that thing. But anyway, here's the wife's bits and pieces. She's got some sweet corn on the go, and kale, cabbage, Savoy. Then over here, her onions is doing quite well, all coming up, she's happy with them. Leeks, Swede, Brussels, parsnips are a bit slow as they always are, broccoli, turnip. So we managed to get something in, if nothing else, just in the last couple of weeks. I mean, that's now, look, and if you can see that on there, what's that reading now? 22. So, and that's today, Saturday, dinner time. We're big in the bloody March. Huh. I don't know if I think I'd built all this lot in my last video. I'm not sure. I know I had the flood, but then I decided to build this, which is a massive shed, well, summer house stroke shed for the wife, all out of pallets, all the whole lot, all out of pallet timber. And we had our chairs and whatever in here. It was really nice until we came in here a few weeks ago and we thought, look at all this on the floor, what the hell's all this? And lo and behold, what we did, pulled this forward and we found, oh, what a surprise, we'd been visited by our little furry friends. Now behind that board is a nice hole that they decided that they were going to chew through and come in here. I mean, I've burned most of the stuff that they'd had, but just to give you an example, well, you can see in the top of here what's left of it now. That fairy liquid there, look, they even bit through fairy liquid. There wasn't anything that they didn't actually have a go on biting through. They stupidly had a bag of bird feed here for the wild birds, And well, this is what's on the side now. Everywhere, look. It is just a mess. But apart from that, this is a lovely little mini summer house, we used to call it. It cost me probably about 50 quid to make in total. And most of that was screws and fixings. I mean, we got broken into just over a year ago. I had my strimmer, my multi-tool and all that stolen. So did everybody else up here. They had all sorts of stuff nicked. But this in here, very foolishly, I had my generator, which was literally stored down here. And they tried and tried and tried to get through this. They kicked it, they did all sorts, which you can probably see just there. They did all they could with the jammy bar and just to try and get in here. But little did they know, it's one of these fancy bloody, if I can find it, 5-bar door lock thingamajiggies. And like this here, solid. And what they did, I've put it up now, but they ripped these panels off here, or tried to, only to find underneath there is plywood. Underneath there is pallets. So they'd have had a hell of a job regardless, and that's what they did. It just gets a bit disheartening. We were at the stage of, do we just give the entire plot up and all that, but we persevered and thought, no, we'll give it a go for another season, see what happens. And this, as you can see, is the result. He's coming on, he's getting there. Bit pissed off this morning though, because he came in, went in my shed, look, and those little furry creatures, they were my chicken potatoes. Yeah, one's not impressed, to say the least. And then they have to leave all their crap literally everywhere. Not really annoyed. Oh yeah, when they idiots broke in and they stole me strimmer and that, they didn't nick me thingy attachment, which is stupid. They just took the edge trimmer, which is what we use the most. So, but the police turned around and said, oh, we're not going to act on it because the value was less than £200. And that was all we got. But I did get a victim of crime compensation letter, so that made up for it. Hey. But I give up, I really do. But that's life. But anyway, that is the update of whatever today's date is. Was it the 7th or 8th of March 2019? I said I haven't done one for a couple of years. I really haven't had time or the inclination. It's just been a case of just pass it on and let's see what happens each month and take it from there. But like I say, over the last few weeks we've really changed it here and started knuckling down and think, you know, we're going to make it work, because it did get to that stage. Like last year we had lots of produce, but none of it was really eatable. All these here, as you can see that, I mean, I don't know if you can see that, but you see the depth there, against the depth there, that's lucky if it's about 3 or 4 inches deep. And that was nearly full. And it just dropped so quick. But we have this horrible bloody horsetail, I think they call it. Some people call it mare's tail. Other people call it horsetail. And it's just, well, horrible. And it just goes anywhere and everywhere. And the problem is, as you can see there, what we did, we literally sieved all the soil and the compost, everything else. We laid it all on this plastic just to stop the damn stuff coming through, because it just pops up anywhere and everywhere. It's just, that's horrible stuff. The idiot that had this allotment a few years before us decided he'd plant some in the ground as a herbal remedy, and lo and behold, it's just spread and it's everywhere. I mean, it's too early in the season now. Give it another month and it'll really start coming up. And if I do another video then I'll show you what I'm talking about. And it's just such an invasive, horrible plant. You can live with it, but it's just in the way, and that's the problem. It just looks like mini pine forest in all your borders. So of course you've got that to compete with. The fact is, it gets bone dry, because this is like a sun trap here in the summer. What we've done now, we've raised all these by one pallet collar. The whole idea is going to fill them up almost to the top, in the hope that it won't dry out quite so quick. I mean, I was coming up here last summer in, well, Saturdays and Sundays when I went at work, and I was coming up here at 4 o'clock in the morning just to fill all my water containers up and to water everything, and then doing it again in the evening, and then doing it 3 or 4 times in the week. But it just wasn't enough. So we're hoping that if we mix a load of compost with soil that it'll hold the water a bit better, and it won't dry out quite so quick, and we might actually get something we can take home instead of potatoes, which is all we got last year. But there you go. Anyway, that is my first update in however many years, and I'm getting a sore throat, so I think that's about it. So I'll bid you goodbye. Thanks for having a look. Feel if you like it, sub, and if I get any more, I'll think about doing it on a more of a regular basis and doing it on a weekly basis or something, but we'll see how we pan on. Anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks, bye bye.